Join us as we eat our way through Indonesia, one delicious meal at a time, covering Yogyakarta, Solo, Surabaya, and Bali. Hey guys, leaving Bandung today. The time went by super quick. We ended up staying 4 nights instead of 3 because it just wasn't enough time. I got a horrible night's sleep. There were 3 families that were in the surrounding pods and they were very loud all yesterday. This morning they woke up at 6:10 and they let their kid scream around the rooms and bang on the doors. Hopefully Yogyakarta will be better. We hopped on a train to Yogyakarta and it was going to take about 7 hours, so you know I had to bring a meal with me. I ordered a nasi campur with tofu and tempeh from Grab, but unfortunately they didn't give me any cutlery, so I had to eat with my hands on the train. The ride was very smooth and had beautiful views out the window. The first thing we did was try Yogyakarta's signature dish, which is gudeg. It's made with young jackfruit, coconut milk, palm sugar, and spices. For me personally, it was too sweet and it felt like I was eating a dessert for dinner. Since it was raining, we went for a walk around the mall and decided to finish off the night with a nice dessert. We really liked this one and thought it was delicious. It was the cendol, which are the green jellies. There was the palm sugar at the bottom, the gula melaka. It was covered in coconut milk and lots of jackfruit. Just make sure that you mix it all together for the best taste. Our plan for the day was to visit the Ngasem traditional market. Okay, we're walking to the market. I don't remember the market's name. Hopefully we can get some breakfast and something to do. We spent a lot of time walking around Indonesia, and I would say that it's not a very walkable country. The heat and humidity make it extra tough and you're sweating within the first 5 minutes. And on top of that, there aren't a lot of sidewalks, so you're walking on the street most of the time. I would recommend taking a Grab bike to the market instead. Now, while we were trying to decide where to eat, we smelled this delicious satay, and when we saw the long line, we knew we had to try it out. But unfortunately, there was a 2 to 3 hour wait for the satay, so we just got the mixed rice instead. We have our ginger lemongrass drink. Still very sweet. How long do you think we waited? 20 minutes? Shorter. I think a lot shorter. Mine was 20. Yours was 23. I think because you got, I don't know. Because I also got omelet, tempeh, and vegetable. Maybe it's because you got the chicken. Yeah, I didn't get a meat. Chicken? No. I always love a good nasi campur, but you can go to any stall to get this. I think that this place is specifically famous for their satay skewers, which we didn't try, so you don't have to wait in the long line. I do encourage you to try any snacks or juices that catch your eye. For dinner, we decided to hit up this night market, which was nearby, and everybody was laughing at us because we couldn't decide which stall to eat at, so we just picked a random one, and I was really craving ayam geprek, which is a spicy smashed chicken, and my mom got the bakso, which is a giant meatball soup. The spice was just to my liking and it was the perfect way to end off the night. Make sure you order a drink though, because the spice will get to you and you will need it. I can't believe we did this again looking back on it, but in the morning we walked half an hour to our breakfast place in the heat and humidity to Taigersprung Dim Sum. There was an overwhelmingly large menu, but they were so kind to bring us a menu in English afterwards. I think a lot of people mistake us for Indonesian, especially when I'm with my mom. Now this was my first time trying dim sum in Indonesia and a halal version as well. Pork plays a large role in dim sum and they did a fantastic job with this. I loved everything, but my favorite dishes were the HK noodles with duck. They didn't look like anything special, but they had such a wonderful bouncy springy texture, and then you pour the soup on top to enhance the flavor, and then just the duck itself was so juicy and tender. As some of you might know, I'm a huge fan of black sesame, so for the dessert you absolutely must try these black sesame buns. They're soft and fluffy with a rich filling that's not too sweet. For dinner, I let my mom pick a restaurant and she had a really good find. We tried the Bakmi goreng nyam, which had a little bit of soup in it, so it was a mix between the dry and the wet noodle. And then for my drink, I got a traditional Javanese drink, which is called Ubud, and it is a blend of spices. We really loved the atmosphere, the staff was super friendly, and the interior was really cool. Okay, I ordered the picture medium, I think it's called. No cutlery, again. With tofu, tempeh, vegetables, rice, peanut sauce. Then I also ordered omelet on the side and matcha latte. No, one is tempeh, one is omelet.
Oh, excuse me.
Omelet. peanut sauce, tofu tempeh, gokok, vegetables, rice. I don't know why, but it was an ongoing theme that we weren't getting any cutlery with our meals, even though I always requested it through the Grab app, so I had a lot of practice eating with my hands on this trip. During the day, we made our way to Solo, or Surakarta, and we visited this night market. It was fun to walk around and see all the different vendors. The nice thing here is that we didn't see a single tourist in Solo or in Yogyakarta either, and it's really funny because a lot of people think my mom is Indonesian, specifically from Surabaya, so I think we just blended right in. Bali was a different story though. We just arrived in Solo today in Surakarta, and we went to the night market. We walked there and now we're walking back to the hotel. We didn't buy anything, but lots of interesting things. All the vendors were still setting up when we got there, and we got there at 6:30, 6:40, and it opens at 5. So I don't know what time the vendors finish setting up, and I don't know what time it closes, but I thought that was kind of funny. In the morning, we headed over to Gede Market, and this was an overwhelming maze of stalls. We were looking specifically for a place to sit down and eat, and this was the only place we could find. So we had a hot steaming bowl of soto or soup in the morning for breakfast, and I wasn't really sure what the rest was. The lady that worked there was incredibly kind, and we had a great breakfast experience. I was craving something sweet afterwards, so I stopped by this stand to get some es tawet. It was really similar to the chendol that we had in Yogyakarta with the coconut milk, jackfruit, chendol, but this one was more soupy, had a lot of different ingredients inside, and was a perfect sweet treat. We were walking around the market when we bumped into the jamu lady, and I had been telling my mom about it, so I wanted us both to try. It's a traditional Indonesian herbal medicine, and the ingredients vary on the seller, but usually there's turmeric, ginger, and other goodies. It's usually made at home as well, and it is perfect for boosting your immunity. She gave us 2 cups each, so we were set for the rest of the trip. Okay, I think we're going to like a batik market. I'm sweating so much. It's very humid today. Hopefully we can find some nice batik clothes. We didn't have much luck in Yogyakarta, but maybe Solo is the place. Okay, so this is a crazy time jump, but at some point we ended up in Surabaya and we had to take a break at IKEA. I tried the matcha pistachio latte. Who would have thought they would have had such fancy drinks? And the pandan roll cake, which was delicious. The matcha latte was a little bit too sweet for me, but overall it was a good experience. Now, for those of you who don't know, my mom is a die-hard BTS fan, so when she saw the pop-up store, of course we had to go inside. She was having the time of her life looking at all the different merchandise, and I know that this was the highlight of her trip while she was in Surabaya. BTS, if you're watching this, please invite her to your concert. Now, this restaurant was another great find by my mom. I'm so sorry, I don't remember what it's called, but I'm sure some of you will recognize the interior, so please let me know in the comments down below. And I like that they had a little stand in the middle where you could pick your own toppings, so I grabbed some tofu, some tempeh, and then they charge you for the extras at the end. We went for something soupy because I was starting to get a little bit sick. Now, another little time jump here. We had flown to Bali and I wanted to take my mom to my favorite restaurant in Ubud in the rice fields. It's a very calming place. The staff is super friendly. I always get the nasi campur and it is beautifully presented, and I would say that the prices are very reasonable for Bali, and it's not as busy because you have to do the sari organic walk to get there. My mom absolutely loved it because where else can you sit and have a delicious meal in a beautiful rice paddy? We spent a few more days in Bali before we moved over to Sidemen, and it was my first time visiting here. We just arrived in Sidemen today. We left Ubud this morning, and oh, hello.
Thank you. So this is peanut for you. Thank you for your drink. We just arrived.
Yeah, we just arrived to Sidemen, and I was hungry, so now we're having lunch in the rice terraces. Now we're having dessert. We have banana pancake and I have lemongrass tea. We decided to change restaurants for desserts just to spice things up a little bit. You want more syrup?
Really good.
I don't know if you could hear the drilling in the background, but all of Sidemen is a giant construction zone. I heard it's the new up-and-coming area of Bali, but right now it is just full of drilling. I can see the potential, but I can say it wasn't relaxing at all with all the drilling, and it's not the peaceful place that they marketed as. This was my mom's last day in Bali, so we wanted to celebrate with a nice meal, even though of course they were all great, but I found this on TikTok. Actually one of the better ones we've had.
Agreed. Yeah. Very good.
This was a full-out feast with fish, scallops, and squid.
They have the fish. I know. Oh, I'll take the smaller fish. You take the bigger. Oh, I mean, you don't have to. I see.
The seafood was very fresh, and I was so happy with the price. This is a must visit in Denpasar.
Clam? Oh, spicy. It's good. Is it spicy? No. This is. This is spicy but sweet, but the spice kicks in after.
The girl at the table beside us ordered some shrimp, and they looked way too good not to try, so we had to order our own as well. It was the perfect feast to end off our trip together.
Right? Check out these jumbo shrimp.
With a very full stomach, I bid my mom goodbye and I sent her off to Denpasar airport, where I spent a few more days in Bali. If you watched all the way until the end, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our Indonesian food adventures. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.